Welcome to MJ Hobby Corner, everyone. I'm MJ, and for this video, it's going to be a short update of the channel, and also I want to give the results of the poll that we put up last Sunday. Usually we put a poll up at the beginning of the month now. For some time we've been doing this, and in that poll we list a few games that we think we're ready for, and then people simply vote on them. And whoever gets the highest votes, you know, that's the game that we play for the week. So the following results, these were the games that we had. Dragon Rampant, Weasel Tech, which is Mech Combat, Stargrave, and Horizon Wars Combined Arms. We had a total of 29 votes. And for Dragon Rampant, 28%, Weasel Tech, 17%, Stargrave, 48%, and Horizon Wars, 7%. Okay, so Stargrave is the obvious winner of the poll, and so that will be the game for this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a new crew for Stargrave. Maybe I'll do a new crew. And I don't know what Julie's doing. She may use her older female crew that she has, or she may do a new list. I'm not sure, but we will definitely be working on that for the rest of the weekend. So there you go, guys. So Stargrave was the winner for this week. Now for the second highest result was Dragon Rampant. So I think we're going to do Stargrave first place. We're going to do that this weekend, and then possibly for the following weekend. We won't repost this for polls. What we'll do is the following weekend we'll do Dragon Rampant, which was second place, right? And then Horizon Wars, Julie and I will have to play at some point when it's our turn to choose a game. Usually the last game of the month, okay, depending on what's going on. So that's it. That's how that poll system works. And thank you to everyone that voted. Okay. So let's look at some of the projects that I have going on, some of the things going on, and some of the games. And this is our Vanguard game. This was the game that we have just finished playing. And it was a very fun game. And now I am beginning to edit the game. So hopefully I'll have this game up soon. As soon as it is finished editing, I will put it up. It was a real fun game. First things first, 4 games. We have the game Titanicus. What's going on with Titanicus? I unboxed Titanicus a while ago, actually. Sometime early last year, I think. And Steve put together our models for Titanicus, helped me a lot. He put together quite a few of the Titans. And now I'm ready to paint them. I've been doing a lot of miniature painting lately. And so, yeah, it's time to get some Titans painted up. And hopefully Julie and I can start doing something with that game. And so don't be surprised if you see Titanicus on the polls suddenly show up. Okay, so I'm looking over the rules, and we'll see where we are with that. Now, solo games. I usually try to put up a solo game during the week, and then we have our 2-player game. I haven't put up a solo game in some time because I'm dealing with certain things, and I'm also doing some scratch building and all that, as you guys have seen. And so, but I will be putting up my solo games very soon, once again, and that helps give the 2-player games a little more variety as well. Sometimes I'll play solo games that we also play as 2-player games. Okay, so I do have 1-page rules. One of the games in 1-page rules is gonna be coming up as solo. That'll make up for not having an OPR game this month, 2-player, but I will have a solo one. And also Horizon Wars Infinite Dark. I have all the ship scratch builds, and I am planning a command level 2 game, which is what I need. I already played command level 1. Okay, so you can see that up in the cards. You can see that in my playlist, okay, for Horizon Wars. So those are Titanicus. Then we have Horizon Wars. We have the board game Descent, which I have mentioned many times, and we haven't even been able to play yet. This is a game by Fantasy Flight Games, and it is a dungeon crawl game, and it's a fun game. And I used to play it solo a lot, and I know Julie's interested in trying it out cooperatively. So don't be surprised if you see that game popping up as one of my solo games. Okay, so putting games aside now, there's a lot of games we are planning for this summer. We'll see if we can get through them. Many of these games you guys will get a chance to vote on, and some of these games would be older games or even discontinued games we may still play. Okay, for scratch builds, you guys know I've been building a lot of elementals. I've been experimenting with new techniques, tree monsters and tree elementals, tree monsters and elementals. That's what I meant to say. And basically, Julie and I want to have a little chat where we talk about forces of nature and this kind of theme in miniature agnostic games. So all the opportunities that we have to create forces of nature armies, and the fact that this is a very broad theme. You know, you can come at it from many different angles. So we want to talk a little bit about army lists for different miniature agnostic games, and also scratch builds. We want to talk about both. Okay, so that chat is going to come soon. I'm going to coordinate it with Julie, and Julie will be able to give her opinion as a new wargamer, and she loves to play Forces of Nature, so I want her to be in that video with me. All right, so that's coming soon. Next, Uncharted Seas is a war game of naval fantasy navy gaming, basically naval fantasies. You have all of your typical fantasy tropes, elves, dwarves, humans, but it's all naval. It's all in a navy theme. So I have built some ironclads with this game in mind, and I will be building a series of scratch builds, putting my materials together to build a series of scratch builds for this game. Okay, this is a discontinued game, and I do have some of the official miniatures for it, and then I would probably come up with a video to talk a little bit about what my plans are for Uncharted Seas and how I'm going to use it in my fantasy games. Okay, so those ironclads, we'll talk about how I made them, and yes, I did use a lot of actual historical imagery and things to inspire me for those ironclads, but they're going to be used in a fictitious setting, in a fantasy setting. All right, so we'll talk a little bit about that in the near future. All right, and the studio, the next big thing is that the studio is going to be open soon. Things are warming up here in northeastern PA, and so very soon, within the next couple of weeks or maybe even sooner, I will be going into my studio. And as you guys know, those of you that have been following the channel for a long time, you know that the studio space is much larger space, and that's where we will do all of our big games for the summer and our big projects as well. So I'm going to go in there as I do traditionally, do my spring cleaning, rearrange shelves, rearrange the miniature collection. There's a lot of miniatures. And then my terrain wall, I'm going to be redoing a lot of that. So I probably a couple of days work, and I may do a little update video and just show everybody the miniature collection, and we'll look at the studio and everything. But then from there, I am planning a couple of bigger projects for the summer, and that's going to take place in the studio, okay? So you'll see the scenery change a little bit. We still have our MJ Hobby Corner office. This is still my little area for, I can do a lot of little work in this room. So, and it's one of our primary filming rooms now. Okay, but very soon the studio reopens. So stay tuned for that. And basically, I've been doing a lot of painting, guys, a lot of miniature assembling. I have a lot of boxes of miniatures, you know, my pile of shame. I've done a lot of work in that area. And for my miniature spotlights, which is a new video series that I came up for the channel, miniature spotlight, I'm going to be showing the miniatures, giving some of my opinions on the miniatures. We're going to talk a little bit about the miniatures. And more importantly, that video series will concentrate on how I'm going to use those miniatures in the various games, okay, for miniature agnostic games and stuff like that. So miniature spotlight, don't miss that. That will be, I should be working on a new video for that soon, okay? And we're going to continue with some of the Wrath of Kings collection, some of the new stuff that I've put together, all right? All right, folks, and I think that's it. And one last thing, our hearts go out to all the people that are suffering right now in Europe. And really, it's a very frightening situation. And we sincerely hope that this ends quickly and hopefully, you know, so that things can start healing, people can start healing. It's a very, very frightening and concerning situation, what's going on in the world right now. So to keep my anxiety at bay, we're providing a little bit of content and definitely trying to keep a distraction and our minds off the horrible things that are going on, and hopefully it ends soon. Okay, so guys, with that said, take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. It means a lot to us. And all of you, enjoy your hobbies and be safe. So we will talk very soon. See you in the next video.